Hey, what's up, you insomniacs? I'm gonna give you 3 tips, maybe more, on how to actually get excited to go to bed. Now, in life in general, but especially in fitness, sleep is super important because that's how you recover. When you exercise, in terms of fitness, you're basically injuring your body, and you're recovering stronger than before. So if you don't recover, you're not gonna get stronger than before. You're not gonna get that much better. Overtraining and under recovery are the same exact thing. You need to sleep, but most people don't like sleeping. They're like, oh man, I don't want to go to sleep. I just want to be on my phone in bed until I die. Let me give you some tips on how to get some actual good sleep. 8 hours. Tip number 1, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. You have to be dead asleep by 11 p.m. if you want to get the full 8 hours, right? So here's a tip. Get into bed an hour before that. Get into bed at 10 p.m. Because I don't know what you're like, but when I'm in bed, I do not fall asleep immediately. It takes me some time. There are some people who can get into bed and fall asleep within 2 minutes. Fuck them. They're weirdos, and I'm definitely not jealous at all. We're not like them. We need some time. So get into bed an hour before. That way you're in bed for 9 hours, but you will pretty much guarantee that you're going to get 8 hours unless you're on your phone. So step 1 is adding a buffer. Step 2 will be creating a routine. For myself, it's the same every night. I get into bed, take out my Kindle on the night mode setting. That way my eyes are not blasted with light. It even has an amber light in there, so there's no blue light just fucking my eyes. And I just read. Until I fall asleep. Now for you, this could be something different. You can get into bed and start praying, messing with marbles, rosary, just something in bed that's not a phone. Meditating, breathing, literally counting sheep, just anything. Just get into bed earlier, start the routine. That way, when you start doing this at night, your body's gonna be like, oh yeah, time for bed. Let's start easing in. Let's start making it much, much easier over time. Because your body's going to expect this. It's, oh yeah, these things are happening. It's time to sleep. We have to make those things happen first. So you got to start that routine. Step 3, optimize your sleep environment. This means turning your bed or your room into a sensory deprivation tank if possible. This is what I do. I have this white noise speaker. I put it pretty close to my head, maybe dangerously close to my head, honestly. And I just hear a bunch of white noise all night. That's it. Now, it's not that there are a lot of dogs barking outside or some wild shit. It's just that if it's quiet, any little sound will spark your brain up and it'll be like, oh shit, is there danger? Should I be awake? But when this is up, it's drowning out basically every other noise. So that will cover your hearing. If you want to cover your eyes, quite literally, I recommend a sleep mask or blackout curtains. For me, I used to have blackout curtains of a different kind. It used to be this pleated paper, which looked like zigzag construction paper, basically. And I put that up on my window, and it was like curtains, and the light would seep through the little zigzags. So what I did, I don't recommend this, but it worked really well, is I taped the entire edge of my window with that black pleated paper. Now what this did was made my room pitch black at night. I'm talking when I'm in bed and if I open my eyes, I can't tell that my eyes are open. That's how black it was, and that was phenomenal. Now I'm not gonna do that again because I don't wanna tape the entire perimeter of my windows again, but I'm sure there are blackout curtains that can do the job. But if you don't wanna do that, I recommend a sleep mask. I used to have this one, or I used to use this one, I still have it. Can go around your nose over here, it has a little adjustable part to it, which is good. But these suck compared to the ones I just got. Just these. These are basically reverse goggles. You put your eyes in here and it creates pretty much a wall around your entire eye. So you have this on and it's tight, you can't see shit. It is great. Again, at night, if I open my eyes, I can't see shit. It's all black. No light coming in from the side, none of that. Nothing. It's just all black. So that's hearing, sight. What about touch? For me, I don't wear socks in bed. It just feels nicer when I have the cooler feet. So temperature is a big part of touch. Make sure you figure out your exact temperature that works for you. I recommend also maybe getting a fan near your bed too, because sometimes it's not just the temperature, it's just literally the moving air is just a bit nicer on the skin. On that way you can make the touch comfortable for yourself. As for taste, don't eat in bed. For smell, don't go to bed too dirty, I guess. You have all these things working together, and once you get into bed, you're ready, like you're ready for bed. There's nothing to distract you from that. So put it all together, what does that look like? Get into bed an hour earlier. You do something low-key, read in bed. And then as you're nodding off, just deprive your senses of any distractions. Cover your eyes if you want. Make it black. Block out the noise. Make yourself comfortable. You will find going to bed a lot better. And as a bonus too, if you don't want a blackout curtain, if you don't want to wear a sleep mask, here's another recommendation. Do not put your clock within sight of your bed. That is a sleep killer. If you happen to wake up to pee or you turn over in bed and you can see the time, you have to wake up at 7 and it's 1:24 a.m. You're like, oh fuck, 5 hours, 36 minutes. Oh fuck, I'm not getting enough sleep. You start panicking because you see the time. And now mentally you're thinking, oh shit, how much sleep can I actually get now? I'm not gonna get enough. Oh man, I gotta get to sleep real quick. I gotta hurry up and go to sleep. You can't hurry up and go to sleep. You have to ease into it. So do not have visible clocks from bed. Do not. Even myself, I have this watch. After a certain hour, the light does not turn on, so I can't see it at nighttime. When you're covering your eyes with a sleep mask, blackout curtains, I do also recommend a watch or a fitness tracker that has a vibrational alarm. That way you don't have to worry about missing the alarm if you want to use a white noise maker either. So putting all this together, I'm actually excited to go to sleep because when I'm in bed, I get to read. That's how I've been keeping my reading habit so consistent. Every fucking night I read because that's part of my sleep. You know how many books I've read doing this shit? So far this year, I've read like 22 books, which I personally don't think is a lot, but for the average person, that is a shit ton of books. And the majority of that reading has been done in bed, in the hour before bed. When you're not distracted, you'd be surprised at what you can get done, whether it's sleeping or reading or anything. Once you have this ritual down, waking up before 6 is actually not that big of a deal. It's not that hard if you plan properly. Lately, I've been having to wake up early because my girlfriend's schedule is blah, blah, blah. I've been waking up before 6 most of the time, and you know what? It's fine. Get into bed an hour before, 8 hours before the alarm. So you're in bed for 9 hours, do all this stuff, read, have some enjoyment in bed, nod off, you're good. It works pretty well. So I recommend just take all this into account and try it out. If you don't want to try it out, you have a shit time in bed. But try it out because deep down in your heart, this is better than taking your phone into bed and just letting your brain run its course through the whole fucking internet. What's better than that? So try it out. As a bonus, you'll wake up refreshed, recovered, you can exercise. You're ready. You're not tired and annoyed in the morning. You actually got some fucking sleep. So do yourself a favor, try these things out, have better sleep. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., you're fucked up. If you're going to sleep right now and it's 9, sick. Subscribe also. Bye-bye.